Hello viewers, welcome to the maiden edition of PENANKA Sports on Sapon Studios. My name is Yao Leonard and I am going to be your regular sports show host. Today we would be looking at the newly created FIFA Club World Cup, which is starting today, 14th of June to the 13th of July 2025, which is going to be hosted in the United States of America, the land of honey. So we'll be concentrating on how the new format is, the groupings, the teams we think would come out of the group stages and make it to the knockout stages. And then FIFA has introduced some new 8 rules. We'll be looking at all that. So just sit back, relax, and then wait for the in-depth analysis of how I think things are going to go on in this FIFA Club World Cup. Let's go. So the newly created FIFA Club World Cup, would consist of 8 groups of 4 teams each, with 2 teams advancing to the knockout stages. The prize money, Charlie, the money they top, it no be small money. It be $1 billion, with the winner receiving up to $125 million. Charlie, it be like the football, no? We for make one kiddies play some sake of the money they come the football inside. They grand, Charlie. Make we move on. So just like our favorite Mundial, which is the major World Cup, yes, the World Cup itself, yes. You see, usually the main World Cup consists of countries from different continents, yes. So this Club World Cup is also focusing on football clubs from different continents. So we'll be looking at the participating teams. So we have 12 teams from UEFA, which is Europe, and these 12 teams include almighty Real Madrid, the White Angels, Manchester City, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, and then Paris Saint-Germain, the current UEFA Champions League holders. And then when we go to South America, which is CONMEBOL, we will also be getting 6 teams from CONMEBOL, which includes Palmeiras, Flamengo, Fluminense, Botafogo, River Plate, and then Boca Juniors. And then moving on, we'll also move to CONCACAF, which consists of the North Central America and the Caribbean. They also have 4 teams competing, which includes Monterrey, Pachuca, Los Angeles FC, and then Seattle Sounders. And then we also go to Asia, where we have 4 teams also participating, which includes Al Hilal, Urara Red Diamonds, Al Ain, Ulsan Hundia. And then we'll come to our continent, which is Africa. We have 4 strong teams which are also going to compete in this major Club World Cup. And it includes Al Ali, Esperance de Tunis, Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa, and then Wydad Casablanca. And then the last team, which is Auckland City, which is also competing in this competition, is from Oceania. So like I said earlier, the competition is starting today, which is 14th June. So the group stage will start from 14th June to 26th June 2025, and then the knockout stage will also continue from the 28th June to 13th July 2025, and then the final will also come off on the 13th of July at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Moving on, we'll be looking at the group stages. So Group A consists of Palmeiras from Brazil, Porto from Portugal, Al Ali from Egypt, and then Inter Miami from USA, the GOATs team, Lionel Messi. And then Group B, we have Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, we have Atletico Madrid from Spain, we have Botafogo from Brazil, and we have Seattle Sounders from USA. Group C has Bayern Munich from Germany, Benfica from Portugal, Boca Juniors from Argentina, Auckland City from New Zealand. Group D, we have Flamengo from Brazil, Chelsea from England, we have LAFC and Esperance de Tunis from Tunisia. Group E, we have River Plate from Argentina, Inter Milan from Italy, Monterrey from Mexico, and then Urara Red Diamonds from Japan. Group F, we also have Fluminense, Borussia Dortmund from Germany, Ulsan Hyundai from South Korea, Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa. And then Group G, we have Manchester City from England, Juventus from Italy, Wydad from Morocco, and then Al Ain from UAE. Group H, which is the last group, we have Real Madrid from Spain, Al Hilal from Saudi Arabia, Pachuca from Mexico, and then RB Salzburg from Austria. This competition is going to be hosted in 12 stadiums across USA, 11 cities in the United States of America. Yeah. So moving on, we'll be looking at the top 2 teams which I think would be able to progress to the knockout stages from the various group standings. So with Group A, where we have Palmeiras, Porto, Al Ahly, and then Inter Miami. Looking at these 4 teams, Al Ahly from Egypt looks like the strongest team amongst these groups, yes, because when you come to Africa, they've really dominated Africa. So I'm tipping Al Ahly to qualify from Group A, and then maybe Porto to also qualify ahead of Palmeiras and then Inter Miami. Moving on to Group B, where we have Paris Saint-Germain, Atletico Madrid, Botafogo, and then Seattle Sounders. From this group, you can just close your eyes and guess that the 2 top teams here, which is Paris Saint-Germain, the current Champions League holders, and then Atletico Madrid, another powerhouse in Spain, to qualify ahead of Botafogo and then Seattle Sounders. Because looking at the squad these teams are having, I see that they would be able to beat the other teams in this group, yes, and then edge out and then also qualify to the knockout stages. Moving on to Group C, where we have Bayern Munich, Benfica, Boca Juniors, and then Auckland City. I'll tip Bayern and then Benfica to qualify, but then we should look out for surprises too. Yes, we should look out for surprises. Group D, where we have Flamengo, Chelsea, LAFC, and then Esperance de Tunis. This group is a bit dicey. I tip Chelsea to qualify, but then with the second group to also qualify with Chelsea, that's where there will be a bit of competition. Yes, because Flamengo has a strong team. Esperance de Tunis is also a powerhouse in Africa. So let's see what comes out. But then I'm predicting Chelsea and then Flamengo FC to also qualify. Group E, where we have River Plate, Inter Milan, Monterrey, and then Urara Red Diamonds. I'm tipping Inter Milan, yes, this year's Champions League finalist, where they lost woefully to Paris Saint-Germain, 5-0. It was bad, but then I'm tipping them to qualify, and then maybe River Plate. Yes, maybe River Plate is also going to qualify from this group. And then Group F, where we have Fluminense, Borussia Dortmund, Ulsan Hyundai, and then Mamelodi Sundowns. This group looks to be tough, yes, because Fluminense is a powerhouse in Brazil, Borussia Dortmund another powerhouse in Germany, Mamelodi Sundowns, a very good team in Africa. So I would look to tip Borussia Dortmund and then Mamelodi Sundowns to qualify for the knockout stages, yes. And then we have Group G, Man City, Juventus, Wydad, Al Ain. I'm also tipping Manchester City and then Juventus to qualify from this group here. Group H, we have Real Madrid, Al Hilal, Pachuca, RB Salzburg. With the kind of additions Real Madrid has made during this transfer window that was opened for teams that will be participating in the Club World Cup, I'm tipping them to beat almost each and every team in this group and then qualify comfortably. But then, with the second group to qualify with them, Al Hilal from Saudi Arabia also have a very good squad. So let's see, maybe they would be able to also qualify with Real Madrid and then make it to the knockout stages. So moving on, the governing body of football, FIFA, yes, they've introduced some new rules, some 8 rules, and then they will be testing it during this FIFA Club World Cup. Yeah, so let's move into it and know the 8 new rules FIFA would be introducing. So the first rule is the goalkeeper 8-second rule. Yes, the goalkeeper 8-second rule. So with this rule, it said goalkeepers have 8 seconds to release the ball after gaining control. If they exceed this limit, the opposing team is awarded a corner kick. Referees will raise their hand to signal a 5-second countdown. So this rule, I feel they want to reduce the times sometimes goalkeepers waste when they have the ball. Yes. So when you have the ball and you delay more than 8 seconds, a corner kick will be awarded to your opposing team. And I think it's an interesting rule. Yeah, it's an interesting rule. Let's see how it's going to churn out during this tournament. The second rule is the captain referee communication. So only team captains can talk to referees during matches. Non-captain players who confront referees risk an immediate yellow card. Yeah, so if you are not a captain and then something happens during gameplay and then you move to the referee, chances of you getting a yellow card is very high. It is only captains who have the right to move to referees and then make a complaint to them. You get it? Yeah. The third one, this rule, I have an interest in it, is the touchline interference, known as the Arteta rule. Arteta rule. So they said it's an accidental touchline interference by coaches or substitutes which will result in an indirect free kick. Deliberate interference may lead to a red card and free kick. So this rule caught my eye and I say, oh, make I go search the meaning of this Arteta rule. So then say it refers to a new rule in football regarding touchline interference by coaches or substitutes. So the rule was named after Mikel Arteta, the manager of Arsenal FC, Mr. Next Season, who was involved in an incident where he was accused of interfering with play by stepping onto the field. Yeah, so during gameplay, when you interfere with play, the referee will be obliged to take a free kick. Yes, if it's unintentional, you might go scot-free, but then you'll be penalized with the free kick. But if it's intentional, if it's deliberate, you'd be shown a red card and then a direct free kick will be taken for your opposing team. You get it? The fourth rule, which is the penalty double touches. Penalty double touches. So this rule, they said it's an accidental double touches during penalties which results in a retake if the ball goes in. If it misses, an indirect free kick is awarded to the defending team. This rule, it bust my mind small. Okay, so if you, in the course of playing your penalty, if you double touch the ball and then you score, you would be allowed to retake the penalty again. But then when you miss, it's a free kick to your opposing team. You get it? A similar example is the Madrid and then Atletico Madrid during this year's UEFA Champions League in the knockout stages, yes, where Julian Alvarez had a double touch from his penalty. His penalty was cancelled, but I think FIFA have looked into it and then they are trying to reduce the punishment a bit, yes, because when Julian Alvarez scored, his penalty was cancelled, it was taken out, but then I see FIFA has looked into it and then if you score you would retake, but then if you miss, the team gets a free kick and then play will continue. So the fifth rule is the AI assisted offside technology. It's a semi-automated offside system which uses 16 cameras and ball sensors to detect offside positions. Alerts are sent directly to assistant referees. So FIFA is looking at upgrading their refereeing decisions, yes. So they will be assisted by AI technologies. I think it's a good rule. And then the referee POV cameras. POV stands for point of view cameras. So referees will wear body cameras to show key moments like goals and fouls from their perspective. So during the tournament, referees will have body cameras on their bodies and then would be able to see some of the things that happen in the field of play that sometimes the main cameras are not able to capture it well. So with the referee's body cameras, we'll be able to see everything crystal clear. And then live VAR reviews. Fans in stadiums will see live VAR footage on big screens, increasing transparency around key decisions. So the VAR was brought to help referees in their decisions, but there's been some instances in football where some teams feel like even though the VAR was there, but then it didn't go in their way. Yes, sometimes we've seen we've had controversial moments where there are some things VAR should have maybe taken or cancelled it, but then it did the opposite. Yeah. And then the last rule is the digital substitution request. Coaches will use tablets to submit substitution requests, streamlining communication with the fourth official and then minimizing errors. So I think previously the substitution request was done on sheets, but now they are taking it to the digital form, yes, to minimize errors and then other stuff. Looking at these 8 new rules, I think all makes sense. So let's see how it's going to turn out during the tournament, and then during the tournament, to us and when before and then after matches, we will be giving you previews and then post-match reviews and other things. So today with the opening match, we would have Inter Miami facing Al Ahly today, yes, at 12 a.m. Ghana time, yes. So I would urge you all to make time and watch so that when we are having our pre-match review or post-match review, you'd be able to give some comments in the comment section. So this is where we bring our maiden edition of PENANKA Sports to an end. And like I said earlier, my name is Yao Leonard. I am going to be your regular show host for this sports segment on Sapon Studios. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to the channel for us, and then we'll be bringing you more. Just sit back, relax, subscribe for us. Yes, subscribe, groovy. So we'll see you another time.